Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with a Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for you today. We're going to take a look at the charts. YouTube is back up and running, so we are good to go with making videos as of right now. Bitcoin sitting right at about $19,000. We haven't seen it drip below 19,000 just yet. We're going to take a look at the charts, get started with a few news articles, and let's go ahead and jump on into it. Alright, if you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single cryptocurrency video that we make on this channel, since we are providing videos pretty much daily since Bitcoin is on its new run up, possibly about to break its new all-time high. Let's take a look at a few news articles to start off with. JP Morgan says Mass Mutual Bitcoin foray signals withering demand. Okay, obviously you know that the Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance Company has put $100 million into Bitcoin, suggesting adoption of Bitcoin is spreading from family offices and wealthy investors to insurance firms and pension funds. Strategists, including Nicholas Pangenzula, said in a note on Friday the latter are unlikely to ever make high allocations, but even a small shift towards a cryptocurrency could be significant, according to the strategist. Mass Mutual Bitcoin purchases represent another milestone in the Bitcoin adoption by institutional investors, the strategist said. One can see the potential demand that could arise over the coming years as other insurance companies and pension funds follow Mass Mutual's example. Bitcoin has dipped after hitting a record at the start of December, but remains in sight of the $20,000 level, which it has yet to reach. Proponents argued the cryptocurrency is gaining more recognition as a portfolio diversifier amid dollar weakness, somewhat akin to gold. Others remain wary as such grand claims, since the crypto world is prone to high volatility and bouts of scandal. If pension funds and insurance companies in the US, Euro area, UK, and Japan allocate 1% of assets to Bitcoin, that could result in additional Bitcoin demand of $6 billion, the strategist said. The cryptocurrency current market capitalization is around $356 billion, according to CoinMarketCap. At the same time, traditional investors like insurance and pension portfolios face regulatory hurdles relating to risk levels and liability mismatches, likely limiting how much they can put into Bitcoin, JP Morgan's strategist wrote. So possibly approaching a $600 billion market cap for total of cryptocurrency. We've been kind of edging towards that, I believe. So let's jump over here to our next article. Take a look at, will PayPal be a game changer for Bitcoin? Obviously, we already know it has been a game changer ever since PayPal announced that they were going to start selling cryptocurrency on their platform. Then we've seen a dramatic price rise in Bitcoin since then too as well. So here's just a quick interview. I'm not going to read through this one, but obviously we do know that it has some effect on Bitcoin's price since the announcement of PayPal allowing people to buy cryptocurrency through their platform. Here we have another article. France crypto crackdown, major trading outage, Bitcoin. Fozex editor pick. Okay, major trading outage hits Interactive Brokers and Robinhood. The finance magnates reported Monday U.S. traders were foiled yet again by inability to place or close trades on many trading platforms during early Monday trading. And was this past day? So yeah, this was on Sunday. So this must have been last Monday, I believe. There must have been some type of outage or something with Robinhood. I wasn't too aware of that. I'm not too much of a Robinhood user, just because I don't really get into stocks too much, but we go over them every once in a while in our Patreon trading group too as well. We're mainly looking for companies that have invested into cryptocurrency and taking a look at those stocks to see different mining companies and such. So I've given a few different picks on some US stock companies that are actually allocated into Bitcoin or are placing a hedge in Bitcoin based on some of the business that they do with mining software and stuff too. You can find the Patreon link in the description down below if you're interested in joining us there. This is interesting. Vitalik Buterin warns about security in cryptocurrency wallets. Vitalik Buterin, a Canadian-Russian programmer, co-founder of the world's second largest cryptocurrency, Ethereum, asked the crypto community to talk more about security. He said that user-friendly wallets are needed because current wallets are insecure for non-technical users. During a conversation in Latin American Bitcoin conference, Buterin mentioned that the cryptocurrency market did not give much importance to the security side, and that is why it is much easier to lose a large amount of digital assets in cryptocurrency wallet breaks. Okay, so we've also seen a lot of these phishing emails and text messages go out from Ledger, from Treasure, and there's been some people that have addressed this as well too. But obviously, that anything like that, you're not gonna want to answer back to, and that's just part of the game, folks. Like, you're not going to want to give up any of this information. You have to be technically savvy with what you're doing. And if you're kind of curious or you're second guessing yourself, we have a beginner's path to cryptocurrency course available in the link in the description box. We talk about all these scams and how basically you want to make sure that you don't give up any of this information. Obviously never give away your private keys or anything. So, this is just stuff that should become second nature if you're inside a cryptocurrency space. Always use two-factor, all these things that you got to make sure that you're on top of your game here, folks. Like, you can't be giving away your private keys and your information and this and that to people that you don't even know, or people that are messaging you on Telegram, obviously. So if anything like that ever comes up with, YouTube comments or anything, you got to double check your stuff. So that just goes hand in hand. I just thought that was kind of interesting that Vitalik Buterin was talking about security stuff. So let's see here. Next article. Mass mutual Bitcoin purchases prove crypto demand is rising, JP Morgan says. So now JP Morgan's getting on board with this. They've seen Mass Mutual get into crypto, put $100 million worth of their liquidity inside of Bitcoin. And so now obviously JP Morgan may be making a different stance on their cryptocurrency portfolio, right? $100 million Bitcoin purchases show that demand for cryptocurrency will be growing in the future, according to strategists at major investment bank JP Morgan. So the same person here just talking about how now they're bullish on crypto. We're about to hit an all-time high and their stance is changing, of course, right? But they've been accumulating for the longest time, folks. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them tell you, the FUD about this and that. And, we have all the data to prove that they've been actually accumulating in the background. And we also have all the data to prove why this asset will be a long-term hold for in the future. And we've gone over that inside of our Patreon page too as well. Like I said, folks, we double check all of our data and information that we're getting from all the sources inside of our Patreon page, and I give you all that information as to why this is one of the most important times to hedge yourself in the economic turmoil that we are in right now too as well. And what better way to do that than with being in crypto, right? So we can just go on here talking about Mass Mutual, and let's see what else we got. Okay, so we got a little bit of things to be maybe looking forward to this week with Bitcoin. Big gaps and bigger buys. 5 things to watch in Bitcoin this week. Another 1,000 CME futures gap opens, but Bitcoin shows clear strength as it aims to tackle pivotal 20,000 resistance. Bitcoin begins a new trading week within. Turn my alarm off there. Bitcoin begins a new trading week within 5% of the mythical $20,000 price level, but can it get there this time as the largest cryptocurrency lines up for another slot at overcoming sentimental resistance? Cointelegraph looks at the market factors influencing price performance on Monday. Vaccine stimulus decision fuels risk appetite on a wider micro level. Talk is firmly focused on the United States agreeing on corona stimulus package. Major test for the dollar strength. Negotiations have no guarantee of being successful. One government aid abide told mainstream media, but the cost of the package under decision is around $900 billion to pass another stimulus package. Just insane amount of money printing that could be happening here if this bill does get passed. And honestly, I think it'll get passed. We've taken a look. We've taken a look at the dollar charts, and the dollar charts don't look any prettier than than they did before. It still looks like we are going to end up going to sell off in the dollar too as well. And I do believe they do have a dollar chart down here too as well. Cointelegraph reported this contains benefits to economic sectors, but will crucially not involve a second stimulus check to ordinary Americans. Interesting. So maybe not to ordinary Americans, but I believe to small businesses. I did hear that maybe small businesses will be getting another round of help. So we'll have to see how that kind of works out, if there will be something to the American people or not. This includes stocks. Okay, for Bitcoin, however, any major boost to the USD is always a concern. 2020 has been characterized to inverse correlation between BTC and the US dollar. At press time, however, DXY was falling away from 91 points once more, still not far from its lowest level since April 2018. BTC price rebounds to crucial resistance. So within Bitcoin, the weekend has continued with the relative recent phenomenon for price action, more happening on Saturday and Sunday during the week. After the lackluster 5 days, trading BTC to USD rallied after Friday, rising from near 18,000 highs to 19,400. The move is conspicuous, with fresh gains leading to another round of confidence votes from various familiar investors. Bitcoin quietly tiptoeing above 19,000, no big deal, nothing to see here. Gemini Exchange co-founder Cameron Winklevoss summarized on Sunday. At press time, BTC circulated around 19,150, having seen its rally stall and start the upper resistance of 19,400. The level is highly significant, concluding the definite selling pressure in a $600 wind down, which ends at the almighty $20,000. So we're going to still take a look at the chart, see what we might be getting up. Obviously, there's another $1,000 futures gap as well in the CMEs. So we'll see if we think we might fill that or not. Institutional interest boosts Bitcoin's image. Whole coiner wallets hit record numbers. Interesting stuff here, folks. So a positive feedback loop for Bitcoin. Feedback loop for the record books in Bitcoin. The U.S. government is simply printing too much money due to cleverly aligned incentives and increased adoption. Bitcoin is a positive feedback loop that is likely to outlast your lifetimes. Savvy millennials see holding Bitcoin will as an alternative to the U.S. dollar system that requires ever-increasing monetary dilution to finance entitlement spending and services the debt of older generations. A brief explanation of Clinton effect. Cantillilian effect, which may be driving some of the surge in Bitcoin versus the US dollar. So those are just some of the reasons why we've seen some of the price rises in Bitcoin. So let's take a look at the charts here. Starting off on the 90-minute time frame, we did get these pushes above our two resistance levels here, and now we just formed another resistance level above head of us that's pretty much a straight horizontal line right at about 19,400, and we're going to probably come back up to retest that. We did come back down to retest support. It does look like we are kind of holding here on the 90-minute time frame. Let's start on the daily and then kind of zoom out from there. The daily is still looking pretty good here. We've had this green dot form for us here on the daily chart, and we're starting to kind of push back to the upside. Folks, don't forget we're using the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace alongside with the TI sequential by Tone Vase and the market god buy and sell signal. You can obviously check the links in the description box below if you want to pick up some of these indicators for TradingView. And any of the links in the description box will help support the channel. So if you want to just leave a like or a comment, obviously that's a free way to support the channel. But if you click on some of the affiliate links, that would also be greatly appreciated. So the daily still looks pretty good here. Let's see if the 2 days turning around. 2 day, we've gotten a green dot here on the 2 day too as well. So that's looking pretty nice for the most part. We'll have to see how much of a bounce we get. We've been kind of in a stair-stepping pattern down here. We'll have to see whether or not we want to recover here to the upside. 3 day time frame. Now if we get a green dot here on our 3 day, that would be a more likely bullish sign for us too. This is a nice green candle here. It does look like it's ready to continue, probably maybe a little bit further up too as well. Let's kind of zoom back in just a tad bit, looking at the 21 hour, still in a bullish momentum, sitting back up above the 21 EMA here. 12 hour does kind of maybe look like it's losing a little bit of its momentum, but more or less looking like we're trying to kind of push sideways as of right now. Our VWAP on our 10 hours kind of still in a diagonal direction or horizontal direction nonetheless, but we could be getting a red dot here pretty soon to maybe have a little bit of a sell-off, somewhat of a bearish divergence here on our 6 hour time frame. It looks like we could be coming back down to retest support maybe here at about the $18,800 area or so. Still zooming on out here, VWAP still kind of just moving sideways for the most part. I wouldn't be too scared here for a major sell-off. Our 2 hours still wants to have a little bit of green money flow, but if we dip below our 21 EMA, probably from our 90-minute to our 2 hour, we're definitely looking for a little bit more of a sell-off if we dip below our 21 EMA here. And so I would definitely keep a close eye on these smaller time frames to see if we dip below our 21 EMA, then we could be moving back down a little bit further. Taking a look at our dominance chart here, 90-minute looks really healthy there. Taking a look at our 2-day chart, we've gotten this green dot here. It looks like we're still headed back to the upside, so I wouldn't get too bearish on Bitcoin just yet. Our dominance chart still shows that Bitcoin still has a lot of momentum left in it, especially looking at this 2-day chart. Definitely looking to come back up and retest this trend line here, and then possibly retest the 68% level or so. So Bitcoin looking pretty healthy here with the dominance chart, at least for the most part, which would leave altcoins in the dust just a tad bit. So let's go over to the dollar index value, and we'll kind of close it off from there. Taking a look at the dollar value here, looking at the 4-hour time frame with the blood diamond here on the 4-hour, putting in a lower low. It does kind of seem we wick down to a lower low area here at about 90 cents or so. And if we continue to zoom out here on the daily chart, I would expect another red dot rejection here on the daily. We've gotten that red dot rejection already on the 12-hour, and maybe on even the 21-hour, we're starting to see a red dot pushing us further down. So dollar value is not looking too hot. Obviously, we know that they could be passing another stimulus bill just because of all the economic turmoil that has gone on as of right now, folks. So last but not least, we'll take a look at Ethereum and then kind of end it off from there. So Ethereum to USD, let's see where we're sitting at. Daily's looking pretty nice, having a nice little bounce here on the daily. This is a nice little clip to the upside here on our daily time frame. Doesn't look like it's wanting to round off too much just yet. Taking a look at the 10-hour time frame, you know, we could have a little bit of settle to the downside. It does look like our 10-hour is starting to form somewhat of a support line for us too, with our purple trend line here. So if we hold support there, we're looking right at about a push back down to maybe $563. We pushed all the way back up to maybe 600, right underneath $600 or so. So pretty good push from Ethereum, pushing us back up, but it does look like we are forming a trend line of support down here. And if we come back down to retest it, we could break a little bit lower. Right now, we'd probably just want to hold support on our 21 EMA on some of our higher time frames as of right now, since we did get our push back up above it over the weekend. We'll have to see if we can maintain support above that 21 EMA. So things are looking pretty decent as of right now. I really like the way the Bitcoin dominance chart is looking for the most part. And then we're really just going to have to kind of see how the altcoins want to perform while Bitcoin kind of does its thing for right now. So keep an eye out for that, folks. We've gotten our break above our key trend line here with our triangle. And our price target would be, you know, past 20K, obviously. But, you know, it could be a while of consolidation before we get another move back to the upside. So just be patient here, folks. Obviously, I think that 20K could be imminent anytime soon. But, you know, for us to come back down and retest the trend line or to retest our 21 EMA on some of these higher time frames, that's not out of the books just yet. And so we're going to go ahead and end it off there, sitting at about 18 minutes right now. Don't want to keep y'all around for too much longer, but I hope that y'all have a good rest of your week. Come back to the to videos each and every single day. Hopefully YouTube stays up, but we'll see what happens with Google and YouTube. Apparently they were experiencing power outages here this morning or whatever, but I hope that y'all have a great Monday to your day, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're doing a giveaway at 3,000 subs, so make sure that you sign up for the newsletter. That is the only way to qualify for the $100 giveaway in one of our favorite altcoins, is to sign up for the newsletter. Links in the description box below to help support the channel. Please leave a like, thumbs up, whatever you want to do. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about Bitcoin possibly hitting 20K before the year's over. And with that being said, folks, I'll see you on the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.